live chat. I hope that everyone had an outstanding Valentine's Day and night, and a great Valentine's weekend morning. Happy Saturday to everyone. Hello, Tada Squad. All other visitors and enthusiasts. Welcome all new subscribers to the Tada Squad. Welcome to the live stream. This is an introduction here, and this is Cadillac karaoke. I'm going to be doing this in several parts today. It's beautiful sunny weather. I just kind of opened the top back there. You can see some of the blue skies coming through. And I hope that you all had a great Valentine's. My Valentine's was pretty amazing. No complaints. And I got my hair jewelry going on here, and my rings going on here. Everything is like all tangles. It was a lot of traffic for Friday, which is always good, more than the weekdays, because people are off a lot, and it was like heavy traffic on yesterday, out and about, but it flowed smoothly. And I was just thinking about some of the good times that I've had Valentine's throughout the years, and not so much on the emphasis of, which they do put it on the emphasis, but not so much the emphasis of just romance, but for your loved ones, you know. Valentine's Day from your children, Valentine's Day from your parents, your good girlfriends, your best buds. You know, it's more than just the whole relationships of romantic, passionate love, which I'm a romantic, so that's right up my alley anyway. Like, every day is Valentine's Day for me. But again, I hope that everyone just had a really great Valentine's, and you know, hope everything was cool. So again, welcome to the Cadillac, I guess I should call this like the Cadillac sessions, because I thought this would be cool to incorporate into Cadillac karaoke. I'm in my latest baby. I have 2 Escalade ESVs, and one thing that I can say is that, you know, Cadillac has been around for a long time. It's a luxury brand, and everyone, no matter what brand of vehicle you get, you're gonna have your good points and your bad points, and that's perfectly normal, because there might be things that you feel like should be added into it or not. But I'm gonna light this up. This is my CLOVE cigar, and this is the Djarum Black, because when I'm out traveling, I'm only going to do smaller cigars. I have those, and I also have the Villager, and I do have a full cigar, but that one I may light up later on. But it's like not even 12 noon yet, so I'm not going to take on the big ones right now, which I have no problem doing. But right now it's just all about me and my caffeine and all that kind of good stuff. So on my Cadillac karaoke list, I have picked several music moments, and they include the flute. I'm a flutist, I'm a flautist. I've been reading music since the age of 6, and I started playing professionally, gigging, going to gig, playing in front of audience with the ensemble and solo as flutist at the age of 7. And I just love the flutes. I have so many different inspirations. So I was like, you know what? Let me get some really beautiful music and let me compile a playlist and you know, keep it as simple as possible and just flow. So I'm gonna light this up, and I have a beautiful lighter today. I also have some beautiful snuff. I was feeling nostalgic. My great grandmother, who was Cherokee, Choctaw, and woman of color, she was a lady of the leaf, and I had her in my life. If you've been following, you know this, but for those who are just joining the channel or everything like that, she was born in 1891. That's right, 1891, and she transitioned in 2000. So I had her 29 years of my life, and she was a lady of the leaf. She loved her tobacco. She loved her snuff. She dipped, and she also did the nasal. She loved her pipe, you know, pipe tobacco, and her cigars, and she would roll up her cigar. I guess you would say they were mini cigarillos, because it wasn't really like cigars, because she rolled them, you know, in a tobacco leaf. So her go-to always snuff was TUBEROSE. So in this snuff bullet is TUBEROSE snuff. So I'm gonna have a little bit of this. This is, and then you can take it 2 ways. You can sniff it, which I don't, because I, you know, if I'm out and I want to just share it with someone, if they're interested, then I try to be a nice guest of the snuff, and so I don't put it in my nose like that. There's a hole that you can go ahead and distribute this way. Tap it. It's like a tap box. And then this part of the device, this is how you turn, and it'll dole out a nice measurement for you. So you just kind of do it like that. And then some snuff gets on your hand. I don't know if you can see it or not, but TUBEROSE is American Scotch. Takes your breath away a little bit. This is absolutely beautiful. And what I have in this one, I have the original classic vintage TUBEROSE, which we found the canister. See, it almost takes my breath away. We found the canister in the attic, and I've shown that on here, and I'll show it again. Ooh, and it's a different blend than what they have now. Snuff is medicinal. I know some people are so tired of me saying that. Yes, we know it's medicinal, and it's pleasurable. Great for people who suffer from sinuses, off your snuff stuffed up. Great for, ooh, so strong but so good. It's great for migraines. And the Native Americans, myself as an indigenous woman of color, Cherokee, Choctaw, and Blackfoot, I'm glad it's in small doses. I'll tell you, it's so good. But you know, the indigenous people, they planted tobacco. They introduced it to those who came over to America, and it's just beautiful. Also, Queen Charlotte, she had a whole entire room in Buckingham Palace that was dedicated to snuff. So she was a sister of the leaf, Queen Charlotte of England, who they call the first black queen. So here I have my Djarum mini cigar, clove cigar, and my ivory bone holder, which is a cigarette holder, but if you enjoy the cigarillos, you can just put them in here, and it just, you know, keeps your hands from browning, and you know, it's just a nice touch for men or women. All right, so we're gonna get into my first playlist, and we're gonna see if it does its thing, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about all good things of Cadillac, the Cadillac sessions, I guess I should call this. Today I'm using my beautiful Mate Black Lighter. This is a triple flame. Very good. Supposed to be windproof. Has a punch. So if you have a cigar that is not torpedo, you can go ahead and punch it. It has the round head. And I like the punch. I like the V-cut. I like the guillotine cut. You know, I like them. I like them all. Guillotine. Chop off your head. The V-cut, which is cool. And then I love the punch. The punch is really, really nice too because, you know, it gives a nice opening for you to draw. And it's really, really nice. Now, my family is deep lovers of Cadillacs. A lot of other families are the same way. Good God Almighty, if you go to Detroit, you just see how beautiful Cadillacs. And shout out to my girls who are of the Cadillac family. In no order of ranking or anything like that. I'm just saying out names. Melissa. She's pushing the Escalade. Dre, who is a Caddy girl all day, and her mom, rest in peace, Miss Betty. She, Cadillac lady. When I first met Dre had a beautiful DeVille, cream, white, cream, beautiful, just beautiful, and just generational, passed down. See your family pushing caddies, and you know, up in that area, in the Michigan area, and all of that, you know, the big three is up there, corporate. And so it's amazing if you've ever been to Detroit, because you know what I mean. So many Cadillacs in just one city, just from almost every era, every style, and then you just be like, ooh. Latasha, and she pushes the Caddy, the smaller truck. Lovely. Miss Kenya, beautiful Caddy. Dre's mom, Miss Betty, pushing the caddies. Rest in peace. My grandfather, my cousin Harry, long time men pushing their caddies. My grandfather was a AME minister, African Methodist Episcopal Church, first family here. A lot of the ministers push those caddies. I have a few exes that push their caddy DeVilles. My first caddy was the Cadillac Calais, because I've had other car brands, you know, and it was new before the CTSs and the STX and all that stuff. And it was good. It was nice. It was zippy. It had all the luxury in it. And I loved it. Then I bought other cars after that. And then after my Infiniti Q45, loved that car, okay? And I had the Q45A, and those were the luxury cars. That's the flagship. The Q45 had the illegal engine, so on the dash it had 180, but when you got to 180 it would keep going, so it was more than that. I can't even tell you what it was, but I know it was over 200. Whew, that's fast. So I love driving that car, so I'll do a story time on that. But after that, I was like, okay, it got totaled in an accident. It was in an accident, and very, very bad accident, but it saved the lives of me and my mom. My grandfather was in the accident, so he didn't make it, rest in peace. But I just, after that accident, it, you know, we had to recuperate, and like I said, that was a really, really good car, and all praises to the Most High. I mean, we had hit 4 trees before stopping, and I mean, I'm talking about trees, big trees. It's a miracle that me and my mom were supposed to still be here, no doubt. So for the longest, you know, we had other cars. I just wasn't in a rush to get anything. I wanted to make sure my mom recuperated, because she had a broken neck and a broken leg, and my bruises were muscular and internal bruising, and I just was not in the mood to like get no car, go look for no car. I mean, I took a whole year off. I was just driving all the other cars, and I was just like, I mean, I just wasn't in the mood to think anything. But then when I finally was, they was like, come on, you gotta go ahead and get your vehicle, come on, you know, get on back out there. I was like, well, let me take a look at the trucks. And I was looking at all the SUVs that were out there, and here was the crazy part, to go into lighter mode. Everybody was getting cars that year in the family and friends, so I looked at the Infiniti what is it, Q times 54, you know how they do the numbers, just like the Q45. And when I got ready to look at it, and I was like, oh, that's nice, I'm just, okay, let me do that. Somebody in the family bought one. I was like, well, okay, zap that, forget that, and that's just how it was. I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to get what somebody else had. So that was the end of that. Then I kind of looked at the Armada, and with the Armada, a family member bought that one. I was like, well, scratch that, nope. And then I looked at the Sequoia, Toyota, and then my girlfriend bought that, and I was like, well, that's a wrap on that. You know. So then I was like, okay, well, now you had a Caddy in the family, the Escalade. So then I was talking to others, and nobody had it in the family, but, you know, not in the immediate family, I should say. I did have a cousin that did have the Escalade when the first one came out. Then he got another one, and he got another one. And I was like, well, shoot, I'm running out of options here, because I'm going no less than a truck, because from my mind frame, I was thinking like accidents, because this person who caused the accident ran us off the road. And I was just thinking in my head, I want something big because this is not going to happen again. And that's just what I was thinking. But anybody pushing any type of vehicle can be run off the road. So I went and I looked, and I am a pretty good person to take if you want to negotiate and to look at vehicles, praise the Most High. You know, I'm really into cars and specifics, not just how they look, but what's under the hood, what's the reviews, what's going on, what's the recalls. I mean, I'm deep in it, deep in it. So I don't like going to the car dealership and looking for cars like that. So every car for the longest now, I've been looking online. And so I'll see what the inventory is. And then from there, I'll see what they have. And so I'll call to set up a test drive. Absolutely beautiful. When I did the test drive for the Escalade, and I was like, oh, this is nice and everything like that. And then I looked and see just what's what. So everything was cool, everything was straight. I was already pushing a V8, so I looked at the mileage. And one thing I can say, they are really great on highway. They're even great going through the city, doing some stops. And I wasn't at the age where I was like joyriding like a kid, so I didn't have to worry about all those kind of gas, putting gas. They are excellent on the road. For example, doing a full hour with a full tank of gas, when you get there, it's on half. That's good for that size truck. And that means you're driving, pushing it just like everybody else, but you're not gunning anything. And you just have to know how to drive it to keep your gas going good. Not gunning it like you're going crazy and overdoing it. Because it's a big engine, it's going to prove itself. So, I was talking to an ex at the time, and he pushes the big vehicles. I think he has the Denali. And he was like, get the short one or whatever. I was like, well, why you want me to get the short one? I'm getting the big girl, big boy. You know, I'm getting the ESV. I'm getting the long body, and that's it. He's like, okay. So, you know, that was it. And it's just been a joy ever since. You treat them good. You drive them good. I can honestly say my vintage has been great. This one is great. But we're talking about the first one. And I loved it. And so it brings a lot of attention. So that's one thing that all Cadillac Escalade drivers can say, and just Cadillacs period. But with the Escalade, you're going to get that certain amount of attention where people will drive right beside you and they'll stay there just to look, or almost coming into your lane. You all who drive them, you know what I mean. And it's just like, oh my God, don't hit me. You're trying to look at the truck, I understand, but I know what I signed up for, but please don't come over in the lane and hit me trying to look at the truck or something like, you know. So it's just a lot of stuff. Or you get to the stop sign or stop light and then they rev the engines like you're gonna take off and race them. It's just hilarious. But anyway, just gonna do this little intro and let's get into the first song that I put on the Cadillac karaoke list here, and let's see what's going on. And again, I was showing love to a lot of the songs that have the flutes in it. Myself as a flutist, so this is so good. So let's get into this beauty of a song. start it over. I'm gonna start that over so you can hear everything.
The Cadillac karaoke sessions. Enjoy.
So that is such a beautiful, beautiful song right there. I thought that it was really, really cool. That's something that you could just drive and relax to, and you know, take a nice Sunday drive or just whenever. And I just thought it was so cool. And then the flute that just comes in on that is just amazing. So that's what I like about that one.
Karaoke sessions. Enjoy.
I just love the intro. That flute. That flute's beautiful. Guitar. The bass, but that flute. Pull out my flute and play for you all, so that would be cool too. Just a beautiful arrangement and composition right there. Arrangements, and that's something that you could just do and just roll in your ride and relax, whatever the destination. Beautiful riding music and very chilled. So come on back. I'm going to be doing some riding with the rest of my playlist, and thank you for locking in. This has just been a chill intro session, and we'll be talking more about the Caddies and about the new Escalade. I see them. But anyway, thanks so much for locking in. More to come. Stay locked in with me right here. CigaraStCistarLIVE. More cigars to come, rolling and rocking. Thanks for locking in.